Well, what's up, everybody? This is Christine, and I'm super excited to start our brand new daily show called Quarantine with Christine. I officially quarantined myself yesterday for at least 10 days. I have like a tiny cough. I'm pretty sure it's just a cold. Hi, Alyssa. Yes, queen. But I hear around the block that means that you should stay in your house for forever, pretty much. Hi, Tess. Hi, Brooke. Hi, Tabs. Hi, Jamie. So the deal, I have no idea what this is, honestly, but just wanted to give it a try. Hi, everyone. This is so nice. First of all, the inspiration of this show is that on Monday, I was texting my friend, Dr. Scott, all my stupid questions about the coronavirus because I felt like, I would have this question and I really couldn't figure it out, and I don't trust anything the internet says right now about it. And so he would answer my questions, and I was thinking, probably other people have these questions or other questions, and it would be nice to have a medical professional, hi Chelsea, inform us instead of just like trying to call your doctor and not getting through because apparently there aren't enough tests. Hi Karin and Becky. And so the point of this, at least what I'm going for, is just to connect and have thoughtful conversations together while we're trapped in our homes. And all of these people that I'm talking with, they're my friends. So some of them are truly experts in their field, and some of them are like regular people like you and me. And so I was just thinking about how social media culture like idolizes celebrities and influencers, whatever that means. And I just wanted to start something on the internet while we're all here, where we celebrate the humanity in all of us. And so the point of this is to laugh together, to learn together, and to lift each other's up. Guys, English is not my first language. Calm down. Also, just a precursor. I hate that I have to say this. Inez, shut up. That's my sister. Sorry. I hate that I have to say this, but because it's the internet, I'm going to. You may not understand every single person's perspective, or you might even disagree with some of the perspectives shared here. But I would encourage all of us to engage and ask thoughtful questions. Use that chat. You're not a regular person, Chelsea Jones. You are superior. But I would just encourage you to engage and use the chat, ask questions, ask for clarification, disagree, but give thoughtful perspective, thoughtful questions, and let's all just be quick to laugh at ourselves. And engaging, again, it's not just the people on screen, me or whoever I'm talking with. But today, as we start, I wanted to start with somebody amazing. Her name is Becky Cox, and she is a teacher. And obviously, there's so much buzz about public schools and the education system and all that good stuff. And so I'm super excited. So Becky, if you're there, if you want to request to go live with me, I would love to go live with you and ask you some really important questions wherever you are. Maybe, maybe not. Becky, where are you? Oh, she says, oh wait, how? You request to join, Becky. Here.
Hi!
Oh my goodness, there you are. You did it. I'm so proud of you.
Okay, that was harder than I thought it was going to be.
It's okay.
Hi!
You know what? They didn't hire you to go Instagram Live. They hired you to teach kids. So it's no worries. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Oh, look, my friends are joining because I told them to follow you. Hi, Brianna. Hi, Alyssa.
Oh my goodness. Look, you're so popular. Hi, Mary. So why don't you just start with like a quick introduction about yourself? I was trying to think of the last time we talked, which was probably since college when we graduated.
Yes, a very long time ago. A lot has changed. Hello, everyone. I am Becky Cox. I'm a 5th grade college and career academy. Hi, Alyssa. College and career academy teacher in Kankakee, Illinois, the K3. I have been at Kennedy Middle Grade School for 4 years now, and it has been amazing.
So you teach 5th graders regularly?
I do. I teach 44 5th graders math and science every single day.
That is a true gift to society. Hey, I work with 6th to 8th graders, and I feel like they get a lot of flack for smelling bad, but I have to say that 4th and 5th graders smell way worse than any 6th to 8th grader because they're not even culturally shamed into wearing deodorant.
They're very smelly kids. They're really cool. They're very fun. They're hilarious, but they're so smelly. What do we do?
Oh, thanks, Hannah.
Hi, Hannah.
So, just a quick aside, I was also thinking about, so Becky and I, we went to a very small Bible college in Illinois, central Illinois, and I lived on, ironically, the sports floor, and you lived on the party floor. So,
H1.
Clearly the moral of that story is just that I didn't fit on any floors, but it's fine.
H1.
Okay, so you are in Illinois. How's the weather? Is it going okay?
The weather is crap right now. Honestly, it's terrible. It's 43. It's rainy. It's been raining all day. It's depressing.
Illinois is not where it's at, Lindsay. Illinois is where nothing's at.
Right now the weather. Yeah, right now the weather is pretty booty. That's a term I learned from my 5th graders.
Is booty? What does it mean?
Booty. Booty means it's like the new trash. Like everything for a while was trash. Now it's booty.
Okay.
It's not
I'm
good.
gonna try it, but I think I might get arrested if I say it to a kid.
Booty.
You're pretty booty. I don't think I can say that, actually. Forgive me. Okay, so can you tell me a little bit about when did your school first call it with coronavirus?
Yes. Okay. So, interestingly enough, we've been talking about the coronavirus, COVID-19, for weeks now, and we've been preparing for weeks now.
Oh, that's awesome.
Our superintendent is super vigilant, and she's amazing. And she's been sending us emails about how it was spreading through Illinois. So as soon as J.B. Pritzker announced Friday, our governor announced Friday at 4 p.m. that all public and private schools were going to be closed starting March 17th and going until March 30th.
Dang. Also, that virus emoji is amazing.
That's my friend Brianna. Hi, Brianna.
Hi, Brianna. Great choice of emojis. Okay, so can you, from your perspective, I'm sure because you know a lot of other teachers, since you are one, do you feel like that was a normal thing, like across Illinois, of being ultra prepared? Is that a normal thing across the country, or do you feel like your school is special in that way?
So I'm going to be really. My district is very progressive.
Okay.
I teach in Kankakee Public School District, and I would say without getting any slack from this, I would say we're the most progressive district around where I live. And so we were really prepared. We've had at-home learning implemented for the last 2 years. So our kids know how to at-home learn. We had them do it for snow days, for cold days. They've done it before. So as far as our district, we were prepared. We weren't prepared for the quantity of work we needed to get ready, but we were prepared on how to do it and how to implement it. Other school districts close to me had to take professional development days because this was a huge thing. Wow. So big for them. So they actually took some half days to kind of get things prepared and get things ready because it would spread super quick. I feel like it happened super fast.
Yeah, it's like everything is changing every day with the virus right now. Yeah. So you guys called it, and you guys went fully online. When was that again?
So our governor announced Friday at 4 p.m. Literally, I was driving home from school, and my work bestie, Elizabeth, hi, Elizabeth, was like, oh my gosh, it's happening. It's here. It's like the scene from The Office where Michael is like, it's happening. I'm going to stay home. So that happened. And then we actually had, it was supposed to be a full day of school Monday. Our district made it optional. And so from there, all the schools were closed starting Tuesday. I only had 11 out of 44 kids on Monday.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. Those are very nice comments. Okay, so my other question is that, is your school district entirely closed at this point, like indefinitely, or is it like, hey, we're going to take off all of April and we'll kind of see in May?
Yeah, so we are right now we're closed until March 30th. However, I have been told from multiple district leaders to be prepared for the rest of the school year to just finish online. My principal was, before she became a principal, she was a microbiologist.
Oh, wow.
And we talked a little bit about the science, about viruses and how new this is, and she just doesn't see that it would get better before the end of the school year. So
sure. It sounds like you like really lucked out in having some like amazing, educated and like prepared leaders in your district.
They're amazing. I like, honestly, they're very for their staff. My principal is hands down, like, she's amazing. She's such a go-getter. But she is a people person, and she has a good heart first and foremost, and everything that she does for the kids and for her staff members. So she's awesome. And our superintendent is super good at getting the ball rolling and very progressive. So
that's super cool.
we were ready, I feel like.
That's super cool. How do you feel about like potentially being closed physically and going online for the rest of the semester with fifth graders?
I know. So it's kind of sad. I love my kids. Like, I am having a hard time not seeing them face to face. However, I am in contact with them since it's been closed, and that's been kind of helpful, but just not seeing them and interacting with them face to face is really hard. Plus, I know, so I teach in a Title I school district.
What does that mean?
So all of our funding is funded through the state because we are a low-income school district.
Okay.
Three-fourths of our kids are considered low income.
Oh, wow.
So I also know the background of my kids, and I know that they get 2 free meals a day from our school, although that has been taken care of. My school district is amazing, and they're still passing out food, so shout out to KSD 111.
That's super cool.
I know that they're not going to have a regular sleep schedule anymore. I know that some of them aren't going to have adults around them all the time anymore. And so sometimes I think about that, and it kind of stresses me out a little bit because I look at them like they're my own kids too. So that's kind of sad, although I am super hopeful that this will be okay and it'll be fine and we'll get through it and they'll learn and they'll be engaged. And
Can I ask you, like, it sounds like obviously your district is amazing and the leadership in your district is really awesome about being proactive, not just about the virus, but taking care of the students that are in need. From your perspective, like just for the general public, so let's say, I'm sure around all of us, there are school districts with kids in need or and that are missing meals. Like, how do I, like, as an average human being that's supposed to be staying in my house right now, how do we participate in making sure these kinds of kids get the resources and help that they need? Do you have any ideas?
I think the most important thing is just being like super encouraging. Most of the time, school districts and admin and teachers get a lot of flack for whatever reason because there's taxpayers and they want to have a say in what goes on. Where they pay taxes. But I think right now, especially, it's very important for the community and for people involved to just speak positively about what's going on. Teachers are the heart of the school district, and we do everything that we can every single day for kids, even when we're not with them.
Yeah.
So I just think it's speaking positively, asking how to help. Like, just ask. My administration is still in the building, so if there was anybody that wanted to drop food off or any, like soap or whatever off at the schools, they would welcome it because admin still has to be there. But most of all, staying open-minded. Yeah, staying open-minded, staying positive.
Well, I'm sure that even with what you said, like all of us know some type of educator, whether we're a student, we have a teacher, or whether it's we know somebody who's in the public school system in some way. And so that's like a challenge for me of this week. I'm going to reach out to the people I know that work in a school district and ask just like, what do they need? I love Chelsea's question. She said, what kind of impact do you think this end of the year shutdown will have on the school year in the fall? So what do you think about that?
So first and foremost, other than the social emotional aspect of it and not having regular engagement with teachers and stuff, I'm worried about the growth that they're going to make. They're not going to leave fifth grade as they're not going to leave fifth grade as like almost sixth graders. They're leaving fifth grade as like kind of still fifth graders.
Sure.
So I'm just nervous about how they're going to start sixth grade.
Yeah.
That's gonna be tough at the beginning of the year next year. I think for everybody is getting the kids at 3/4 of the year rather than a full year.
Sure, that's a good idea. I'm wondering, again, I don't know, and maybe you don't know either, but like, do you think that impacts most like the students that are in that transitional year of like fifth grade going into sixth grade, which is junior high or middle school for a lot of students, or eighth grade into ninth grade, or do you think it's going to be like all across the board a similar kind of impact?
I think it's going to be all across the board for sure. I think the kids that are going to struggle the most are going to be like for kindergartners going to first grade going to second grade, and then you'll see a little bit of my building's 4 through 6, so we're going to see a lot of gaps from sixth graders transitioning to the junior high. I hope it's not super detrimental, but I know that we'll see some gaps for sure.
Yeah. And that's like like even that perspective is good for all of us that know general kids, but then to think about kids that are transitioning to a different school of like, how can we encourage them now? And yeah. I think there's like a stat that like for kids that are at risk, just to have one engaged adult in their life can make all the difference. And so thinking about who's a kid we know, like, and I know you and I both work with kids regularly, but thinking about all the other adults that are on here, like, is there a kid or can you get, essentially find a way to meet the needs of some sort of student that's to help them finish out the school year better, at least emotionally and
takes a village socially. For sure. Yes.
Yeah, that's good. I appreciate that a lot. Can I ask you, what's your main concern as a teacher right now?
My main concern is how I can still help social, emotionally, academically, how I can still fit in the rest of my curriculum. We're at a really good point this year where I've never been. Actually, this is one of my smartest groups I've had. So we're pretty far into the math curriculum, which is really good. But I would just say finishing the year strong. I know it's going to be hard because we're all online now, and there's not a lot. Some of my students aren't going to have the accountability that they do at school.
Sure.
So that's going to be tough. And just knowing that, like, they know I still love them and care about them, even though I can't see them every day.
Yeah. Can I ask you, you have little kids. Tell people about your personal biological children.
So I have a 3.5-year-old. He's going to be 4, May 4th. He is in pre-K 3, so he's in school. And then I have a 1.5-year-old who's going to be 2, July 3rd.
They're really cute. I like looking at pictures of them on Facebook.
They're amazing.
Also, I just made myself sound like a 45-year-old mom. So. Okay, let's answer Sherry's question first, real quick, because it's a quick one. Does your district have standardized testing this spring?
We were supposed to have it the week we came back from spring break.
Okay.
But we're not going to have it anymore, obviously.
Okay. Yeah, I've heard that standardized testing is pretty much canceled on a lot of different accounts. Alyssa asks, how have you educated your own personal kids about what's going on? Now, I was going to ask you, Alyssa, you stole my question.
Hi, Sarah.
I was going to ask you, do you have tips and tricks for how do you teach kids at home? How do you help them learn right now?
So I'm trying to teach my almost 4-year-old how to write his lowercase e's and how to write 8s. And if anybody on here is a preschool teacher, God bless you, because, oh my gosh, no idea how they do it. It's terrible. But as far as learning at home, I think a lot of it has to do with, first of all, scheduling. You have to find a schedule that works for you. And then give yourself a little bit of compassion if it doesn't work right away, because it's going to be a process. We're going to be at home for potentially the rest of the school year. There's going to be some hiccups, but the biggest thing is finding a schedule. And then I would say recognizing your limits as a parent, and then recognizing your child's limits as a student.
Chelsea's comments, super no. They're saints. I'm also not ready to be a preschool teacher, so.
No, I mean, honestly, you guys, it's just.
That's rough.
But accepting your students' limits, accepting your limits. And remember, when they're at school, they have lunch and we give breaks and they have specials that they go to. So it's not going to be learning for 6 hours straight.
Sure.
So. Yes.
And then with your kids, how have you been teaching them about what's going on with the coronavirus? Have you talked with them about that?
My kids.
your personal kids. And then maybe like if you've been talking with your students too.
Yes. So I have an almost 4-year-old. He'll turn 4 May 4th. The best I can say to him is, because he asked me, when am I going to school? When do I go to school again? And all I really said to him was, everybody's really sick and we just want to make sure that we don't get everybody else sick. And he's like, well, are they going to the doctor? And I'm like, well, some of them are. I don't know.
You just start making sounds at him and hope that he gets it.
Yeah, I mean, that's the best way that I can put it is, everybody's really sick. We don't want to make his teacher, who was the absolute best. We don't want to make Miss Sandy sick because she's a little bit older. We don't want to make we just don't want to get everybody else sick. And he's like, oh, okay. And then he's like, all right, I want a snack. So it's fine.
We can all move on. There's a question that I think actually, Alyssa, you submitted this. And I want to ask everybody that comes goes live with me. I don't even know what this is, so didn't know what I was saying there. But how can we, or maybe just how have you decided to grow mentally and spiritual during this time? Like, we have a lot of extra time at home, and I think like that can either be like I'm watching Netflix for like 17 hours a day, or like, are you doing things that are like, this is helping me push forward a bit?
Yeah, so the biggest thing for me is having a moment right in the morning by myself without children, and then having a moment right before I go to bed, whatever that is, just to start the day with my head not like, Mom, I want breakfast, Mom, I want coffee, and then I get online and my students are like just to like kind of start the day refreshed and not stressed is like a big thing. And then at the end of the day, having at least like 30 minutes to myself to read, to look at TikTok, which by the way is hilarious.
I haven't gotten on TikTok yet because I'm afraid. Like, I feel like it's going to lead to me getting like arrested. So
it's
I'm
hard.
scared.
It's hard to stop looking. My 5th graders do them all day in class, and it's like,
wow, you're nailing it. That was amazing.
I can do the renegade. So yeah.
I hear that one's really hard. I can't do anything. So can you give us a demonstration real quick?
Oh my! Hi, Maggie.
Hi, Maggie. Are you gonna do the renegade for us real quick?
Okay. No, nervous. You can't put me on this.
Yeah, we can. This is what the show's about.
Okay. No, I can't. Nervous.
Are you serious, Becky?
I just know
on H1, the party floor of LC.
Okay, listen.
Like,
okay,
I just let us down like that.
I know that they're just like renegade. Boom, 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 boom.
Wow.
Only you would make me do that.
That made my life a lot better, to be honest. Okay. Any final thoughts that you would like people to just think through, know about teachers in the public school system and coronavirus at this time? And I'm gonna ask you some fun questions before we close it out.
Hi, Ashlyn. I know that you would laugh at that. Honestly, just be supportive of your students, teachers. We are trying our best for every single day for your kids, and it's going to be really hard, and you might get frustrated, and we might get frustrated, but we want to focus on your students. So just making sure that all interactions are student-centered, and we're not focused on why this is hard for me or why this is hard for you as a parent. It's all about how can we engage your student, and how can they actively learn for the rest of the school year, because it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, I think that's a really good thought, just that how can we as a community prioritize our kids in this time?
Yes.
Because even though it's like annoying to us, like we're grown-ups and we can make it through.
We can do it.
Okay, so also Hannah said that you made H1 proud, and I would agree.
Oh, thank you, Hannah.
Okay, so another question I received that I'm making everybody answer is 3 movies or shows you would recommend to watch while you're on quarantine.
Oh, okay. Frozen 2, first of all, came out.
Yes, on Disney Plus.
On Disney Plus, watched that with my 11 kids on Monday.
That's online?
On Disney Plus, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I watched it with them.
You're the fun teacher. I mean, that's not a surprise to anyone, but
we had snacks. We had oatmeal cream pies and everything, but it's fine. What did I say? Frozen 2. Right now, I don't know if it counts because it's not a movie, but I'm really into the show Designated Survivor.
Oh.
On Netflix. It's kind of a political drama if you're into that kind of thing. Not a lot of people are, but I love it. They actually just had an episode about an outbreak and how the government can fix it. And so
now everyone's going to watch it. So we can have better opinions.
It was incredible that it happened. And then my all-time favorite movie is How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. I think that's still on Netflix.
It is on Netflix. I saw it the other day.
Always a good one.
That's a good movie. For sure. I'm a sucker for rom-coms, even though most people probably not think that about me, but I am sensitive.
I would never, but it's a sensitive girl.
I'm just a sensitive girl. It's funny. Okay, lastly, my final thing is I read an incredible tweet from Shonda Rhimes, and I just want to know your thoughts on it.
I think I retweeted it. Wait, what? I think I retweeted
Been homeschooling a 6-year-old and an 8-year-old for an hour and 11 minutes. Teachers deserve to make $1 billion a year or a week.
Yes. Yes.
just a solid yes.
Give me something to sign. I'll sign it. Yes.
That's amazing. Well, thank you so much for your time, Becky. It was so fun talking with you.
I love this. This was so fun. Thanks, Christine, for thinking of me. Aww,
yeah, it was so amazing to learn from you. And I feel way motivated that this week I got to contact some teachers or some administrators in the school districts around me. So thank you for all your help.
Of course. Thank you guys for watching. Hello. Hi, Maggie.
Yeah. So we'll call it a day for now. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in for the first Quarantine with Christine. And we'll catch you later.
Bye.
Bye.